We're back. Fiesta Plaza, thank you very much. Saying goodnight to Tommy's, to Trader Jack's, Rizzoni's, Royal Princess, the entire Fiesta Plaza. We're coming to you live from Uptown Port of Spain here in Sweet T&T, beaming to you across the Caribbean. This is Cup of Joe Flavors at Fiesta, and ever so often, a little segment pops up on the show that really just takes me back and hits me for six, because the guys at the University of the West Indies reached out to us and told us, Joel, do you know that we are breeding quail right here in Trinidad and Tobago? Farm-raised birds that right here in Sweet T&T. And I have two gentlemen here that are responsible for what is happening up at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture at the University of the West Indies. Let me welcome Professor Wayne Ganpat, closest to me. He's the Dean at the Food and Agriculture. And Omardath Maharaj, he's a lecturer at UWI. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here on set tonight. First of all, congratulations, because I don't know how long this farm has been in existence, but how long have you been doing this?
Well, the farm has been in existence longer than I, so...
Longer than you?
We wouldn't trace the history of the farm itself.
Right.
But the history of this activity, though, is we really out cook carnival different.
Cook carnival different?
Right. So I see have a lot of different formulations and recipes on the show and so on, but I thought we should start with a whole new different ingredient, a whole new preparation. That's why I suggested to the Dean that we make use of your facility and your expertise in promoting this particular product. When we talk about the culinary experience in carnival and so on, people still think Jira horse around the savannah is a hit. Or, we have these little one or two things that we feel out for the season. And I think this quail has a huge potential, which the Professor Ganpat will tell you about in a short while. Not only for the entrepreneurship and the business side, but it adds a whole new dimension to the local food basket. So we have promoted Eat Local for all these years. Your show featured Farm to Table and Eat Local segments in years gone by. And in December, we had a massive success actually. Eat Local Day. It was the 8th year that we celebrated it at the field station. And we actually used that opportunity to launch this meat for sale to the consuming public.
So as always the question, I mean, when you look at the bird, it's a tiny bird, quail, it's a very tiny bird. I suppose the question really, Professor Ganpat, is farm-raised, but what size of this operation? How many birds? This is not a chicken farm, is it?
Right. So you're right. It's not a chicken farm, and that's precisely the advantage of it.
Right.
The much smaller space, right? This is raised in cages, layers, batteries. So one cage, maybe about 8 feet by 8 feet high by 6 feet wide. It's successfully rear about 100 birds in that cage, right?
100.
Right. So in a small room, 10 by 10, 10 by 12, you could safely raise 1,000 birds.
Okay.
Now, so that's much smaller space. Most of the people who want to get into food production and grow food, what they complain about is they have no land, they have no space, they have nothing. So this is very intensive production, and this is one of the advantages of this system.
So it's a reach out to entrepreneurs, Professor.
Correct.
So that they could grab what you all are doing and continue it.
Correct. We don't want to get into this business. We just here to showcase, to promote, get people involved, show that the technology for this is well worked out. We could give them the whole package to do it.
Right. So entrepreneur listening now.
Correct.
Or
large or
viewing
small.
us now can call the university, the Faculty of Food and Agriculture.
Or the university field station.
Or the university field station. We put the numbers on the screen, and they will kind of be guided as to how they could actually do this. Yeah. We're focusing on the bird tonight. And guys, please, I just want you to allow me to welcome my celebrity chef tonight that will be preparing our quail for us. Put your hands together. Please welcome Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles. She is as large as the quail. Chef, have you ever worked with the quail?
Once, not often, because locally we don't get it as often, as
now we have it.
you
But
is
that's
trying
also
to get
part
this
of the
one.
point. If it is we have people with her expertise interested in showcasing and featuring on our menu, we now have it locally available
Yeah.
as compared to the imported equivalent.
Right. All right. So, Chef, what are you doing for us with this quail tonight?
So, because quail, it has a very delicate, gamey flavor, right? And as I'm sure I didn't hear too much of it.
Yes.
But it's very healthy. A good substitute for chicken.
Right.
I mean, it's small.
Yes. Wow. Let's
So-
see that again. Let's see that again, Chef.
So this is only
That's-
one feeding. I think it comes in various sizes. I don't know what weight you all have.
It's the average.
That's the average.
So that's the average size. It
That's
doesn't
the
get
average
much
size.
bigger than that.
Maybe,
Right.
but in our conditions and feeds,
Feeds,
Right,
yeah.
right.
more
That's
natural. We
it.
wouldn't use additives and
Grass-fed
so on.
and-
Yeah.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Right? High in protein, no fat. So if you want a healthy substitute, I think the quail is it. So I'm just going to lightly salt it. And we're going to stuff it with the cornbread.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's chef, but I like to chew up my bones. Can I chew up the quail bones?
You can
can
chew
chew
it
up the
up. I
quail
mean,
bones?
and if you deep fry it, you can eat everything.
I can eat everything.
Right. So I'm using a
But
toothpick
it's
just to hold the
It's a
bacon.
gamey meat.
It is a
So
gamey meat.
It's a little. The bone will be a little hard.
Well, my question,
Not necessarily.
my question would be is, from your experience in the food and beverage industry here in Trinidad,
Mm-hmm.
you think there's potential, do you think there's potential for the entry of something like this on a restaurant menu?
I think there is. It's very versatile. The thing about it though is with the size, let's say we want to use it for a main course in a restaurant, you may have to serve 2 for an entree. But the size is really good for an appetizer, a starter.
I want to say that we're really targeting more mature people because
Right.
this quail is high in minerals and vitamins
Vitamins,
and
it is.
minerals
Yeah.
that
It is.
more mature people need.
Yeah.
So we really
Yes.
won't buy over all the young people who like chicken,
Right.
but
It's
it's
for a select market. It's for a
yes,
very
a
select
select market. And they'd go to
yeah.
restaurants, they would use it, they would benefit tremendously from all the health benefits of
Right.
it.
Right.
And of
And
course,
then I'm
they-
sure cost-wise,
And they will
as
pay
it's
for it.
local.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just having a little butter because I'm going to pan sear it a little bit before I put it into the oven. Right? Just for it to get a little color.
So the entire thing will pan sear there, chef.
The entire thing will pan sear, and once we have finished pan searing it, we put it in the oven for it to finish. Right?
So it pan sears just for about a minute or so,
Just a minute or so.
and in the
In the oven for about 10 minutes.
15
Yeah,
minutes.
about 10 minutes.
These milks are also produced at the
At
faculty.
the UFS, yes.
It's cow milk.
All grass-fed animals.
Right.
And, of course, they're raised with high farm standards, proper care for the animals, no stress and so
Is
on.
this as well, Professor, to get it out to entrepreneurs as well to distribute accordingly from the UE? From UE?
well, not really, because as much milk as we could produce, it could be sold. It's in
Right.
high demand.
Right.
But we really want people to come and take this and move it into the ice cream and yogurt and the high-end
Right.
products, not just fresh milk for
The
sale.
milks at the farm, the cow's milk at the farm is high in its butterfat content because of the breeds of cattle that we have.
Yeah.
So we have had experience on your show in the past actually producing cheese, local cheese. Well, actually those were produced from milk from the University Field Station and sourced directly from them. But that milk in its handling and processing yields more solids, milk solids that go into making cheese or any other byproduct.
Right.
As compared to buying maybe one of the supermarket shelves that's pasteurized and may have already preservatives and so on in it.
All right. All right, chef is ready to plate.
All right, so I have a finished product here. What I did as well is I made a spinach puree, which is just spinach. I put a little coconut milk in it. I put a little Parmesan cheese in it. Just to the
Professor, you
base
thought
of
you
it.
just come to eat quail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want quail and
You
biscuit.
thought it's quail.
Right?
Where
As
is the spinach from?
Well, not local.
Not.
She don't know.
All right.
Not local.
We could supply you with the.
You could
You can
supply
supply the
this with
spinach. Okay, good. Very good. That's wonderful to do. Right? So we have that there. And as I said, you don't have to serve the quail with any big fuss. Easy. Even as simple, polenta, or which is in a way something like our cuckoo, right? So here we have it, and we put it on the bed like that,
That looks good.
and there you go.
Before we move ahead, the chef have to give you a name for this thing.
I have to give you a name.
Tomorrow morning, somebody will ask for this by name.
Quail on the greens.
Ah, you
Quail
see?
on the greens.
There we have it.
Quail on the greens. We cook carnival differently here on a couple show. We cook carnival differently. Guys, seriously speaking, this quail is being raised right here in
Quite
Yes.
so.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Which
And any entrepreneur listening, interested, let's get it out. Let's help the University of the West Indies bring this as far nationwide and Caribbean-wide as possible. Get in touch with the Faculty of Food and Agriculture at the University of the West Indies. I want to thank Professor Ganpat and Omardath Maharaj for dropping by tonight. Quail, our star ingredient, with a slice of Chef Cheryl-Ann Shortt-Charles. We're coming back.